Awakening Adolescents. September 24, 2016. Dear Arcturians, what happened last night? I don't know what it was, but it was much like with the story of the dancing princesses where they went someplace and then were really tired after they have spent their sleep time in a long fourth-dimensional adventure. Dear Suziel, what occurred is that there was a celebration on the ship because there was a reunion of some old Pleiadian friends who had just come back on the ship after a long assignment on Earth. There were also other crew members who just returned from scouting out the solar system. Therefore, there was a reunion of different groups that returned to the ship after their away missions. During our celebration, we were all trying to figure out the best place, which is actually the best frequency, to send the Illuminati to. Many of the children born under the Illuminati, at least within the last 10 or 12 years, are not taking the brainwashing like the old guard did. These adolescents are not accepting the brainwashing because they have been having interdimensional experiences with beings of light and love. Therefore, they are not as easily brainwashed as their parents and grandparents were. They can see and feel the new energy fields even though their keepers and/or parents still live in the old negative energy fields. These awakening adolescents of the Illuminati can feel the love outside of and beyond the negative energy fields that their families have generated. Since they did not feel love from their Illuminati parents, who were often cold, distant, angry, and usually a bit drunk, they are highly attracted to the energy fields of unconditional love. Hence, they are less frightened by the old-school Illuminati who cannot believe that there is any chance for redemption, nor would they accept it if it were offered. On the other hand, the adolescents of that generation, who are coming close to adulthood themselves, did not accept the indoctrination like their parents did. This generation of Illuminati children is just as prone to clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience as the non-Illuminati children. Their parents tried to tell them that the waves of light that they perceive are just illusions, shadows against the wall. But who ever heard of light shadows? We galactics have been keeping an eye on this new generation of the Illuminati, and have found that they are quite different. For one thing, they have maintained their fifth-dimensional imagination. It is for that reason that they can perceive the light beings that are calling them to break the family pattern and look toward the light. Some of these Illuminati children and teens still scoff at this illusion of light. But others are discovering that when they are very quiet and patient, they can speak with these beings of light. These teens even understand that these beings do not speak in the same manner as you would speak with a human. They understand that when this light flutters and moves around the room, that they are communicating in a higher dimensional fashion. Therefore, they do not accept the excuse that it is just light shining into the room. In fact, this light is shining into the children, the teens, and the young adults of the Illuminati. Their parents are quite upset, but secretly some of the awakening members of the Illuminati are proud that their children can refuse the programming that they were not able to release. There are now many humans, especially in the United States, who have fallen into the illusions and the indoctrination around money. How can they get money? How can they spend money? How can they buy something with money? How much power will they have with more money? Many humans are still hypnotized by these concepts of money. However, there's a large group of awakened teens that are ready to see what was and is behind the curtain of fear of their parents' generations. By releasing that curtain of fear, the higher frequencies of light have been flowing into the open minds of the generation that are now teenagers. Thus, those of this generation are pioneers, and are ready to release the old reality of believing what their third-dimensional senses reveal, in order to move into a new world of perceiving and believing what they experience via their higher states of consciousness. The children, teens, and young adults around the era of 2016 are more open to the concept of starships, other inhabited worlds, and multiple dimensions than any generation in a very long time. These adolescents are able to experience the higher frequencies of light as it enters their body. Furthermore, because the teens of the Illuminati, as well as all adolescents, have shunned the brainwashing of third-dimensional life and media, and can more consciously decide to work toward ascension. Because more and more, the members of the generation that is now teenagers, are able to accept an interdimensional experience as real, their consciousness is greatly expanding. Hence, they are increasingly able to consciously experience more and more interdimensional experiences. As this experience expands their awareness, it allows their interdimensional experiences to become normal. What is occurring with the teens is also being experienced, consciously or subliminally, by all ages. As each of you of all ages, allow your interdimensional experiences to become normal, your consciousness expands enough to fully accept, believe, and follow the guidance of your own higher dimensional perceptions. These higher dimensional perceptions become interdimensional perceptions when you accept them as real. When you document these perceptions and communicate with the higher you that is sending them, the interdimensional perceptions become interdimensional communications. As you completely accept your experiences, you will be able to more easily explain to others how they, too, can accept their higher perceptions. These higher perceptions of reality also include how your light body self can visit these higher worlds on a regular basis. As you accept these higher dimensional perceptions, messages, and beings, you will progressively realize that this higher being is actually you. That higher frequency of yourself is asking you to join with it, and is asking you to invite it into your home, into your meditations, into your car, and into your mundane life. Therefore, we remind you to allow this frequency of you that appears to be just light to shine its way into your core. This light can appear as a huge angel, a very human-looking member of a starship, a master, as well as any perception that you might have. This higher light can appear as a flash of a huge being or a small dot that seems to follow you everywhere you go. As you enter deeper and deeper into the fifth dimension, you will begin to consciously perceive the fifth dimensional energy fields that are calling you, educating you, guiding you, and, most of all, unconditionally loving you, all over, under, around, and through. Therefore, set your consciousness to, I am ready to perceive and own my own higher expression of self in my third-dimensional, daily life. It is the daily recognition, perceiving, and owning of your higher expressions of self that will assist you to make ascension normal. Blessings to you all. The Arcturians. Channeled by Suzanne Lee. SuzanneLeePhD.blogspot.com